Stevens and Mark Shaw.
Hi everybody.
Over a cup of tea.
Yeah, lovely.
We're posing the question, is this the best time in history to start your own business? The reason I got thinking about this, I did a blog post a couple of months ago. I live in North London, in Finchley. I went to a networking event in Muswell Hill that happens every month. And I was just astonished. I looked around the room, there was probably about 40 people in there, all just meeting over lunch. And there was such creativity and such talent in that room. I thought, wow, isn't this amazing that all these people can do this? And as people were sharing what their business was about, there was one person who said, for £500 I'll create you a brand and a basic website. Somebody else was saying, I'm in video production, for £300 I can create you a 60-second commercial for your website. And I just came away thinking, wow, on one level, isn't this the most amazing time to be able to set up your own business? Because there's technology at your fingertips, there's things that even 10, 20 years ago would have cost you tens of thousands of pounds you can either get for free or for a few £100s today. So on the one hand, it's never been easier to start your own business, but then you countered it by saying, yeah, but isn't there a lot of noise out there with all these people doing similar kind of stuff?
Well, exactly. Yes, hugely great time to be doing all sorts of things, the internet, broadband, video. You can blog basically for free. You can do so much free stuff. There's so many free websites and applications. Twitter's free, Facebook's free, MySpace, YouTube, all these free. We're going to be loading all these videos up onto YouTube and so on, all free. However, because it's all free, billions of people are doing it. And the old adage that, build it and they show up, I think finished a long time ago.
I'm not sure how true that ever was.
If it perhaps ever was true, okay? With having a web presence, with demonstrating your credibility and your branding and stuff, that's only the first part. And I think perhaps the biggest mistake people make is they launch all this and they think that's the end point. They've now got a website, they're now blogging a bit, they've got a video, they've got a few bits and pieces. That to me is the start point. Now the challenge is, how do you get a sensible amount of traffic to show up? Yeah. That's the key.
So in terms of the language that I've used on other videos, I think some people make the mistake of showing up once and thinking that's enough. So it's like, here's my website, I'm on Twitter, I've shown up, end of story, where's my clients?
Correct, and it will not happen. No. And it's a harsh reality, and if you look at my bio on Twitter, I'll put saying how it is, okay? I'm really sorry, but they won't show up. They'll show up once. But the key is, how do you get them to keep coming back? Yeah. Okay. So
and the answer, I think, is for us to keep showing up as the business owner. So you have shown up on Twitter. How many times? How many tweets have you done in the last 18 months?
11,000, 12,000. You've got to keep coming.
So you've invested a lot of energy in keep showing up every day on a consistent basis. And I think that's probably, obviously other than your content, it's one of the reasons that you've become one of the experts. It's like you've been in it for the long haul. And okay, 18 months, 2 years for some people is not a long haul. But for you, it's been the long haul of saying, I'm here and I'm going to stay here and I'm going to keep showing up.
I've said it in previous videos and I'm going to say it again because I think it's very apt for what we're talking about right now. Visibility plus credibility, profitability. Okay, so you need to be visible, but stay visible.
And I'd probably add, and consistency.
And consistency, yeah.
Because, some people run hot and cold. They show up for a while and they disappear, they show up, they disappear. Well, you've been consistent, haven't you?
Well, yeah, and, one of the things I advise clients, if they're starting on Twitter or starting with anywhere, whether it's Facebook or anything, one of the things is content is always king. And as I put a tweet out last night, content is king, but it just so happens with Twitter, it's 140 characters or less. Okay, so that's the first thing to remember.
It's more of a prince.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, very good. But secondly, it's about consistency. I have clients that do, they get on Twitter, they love it, they do, a massive amount for 2 days, and then they don't come back for 3 weeks. Forget it, wasting your time. You need to do a little bit each day, consistently showing up, consistently doing a bit. Over time, that will sort of reap benefits. Turning up, shouting for a day or two, and then disappearing for 3 weeks, you're wasting your time. Now, whether that's with Facebook or anything, it's exactly the same.
So what we're saying is all these platforms are available to you when you're setting up your business today, which is wonderful, but it's to know how to use them so as to build credibility, visibility, do it consistently, add value to people over a period of time, and then you're probably going to build a good client base if you do that over time. But it's taken you 18 months to kind of build up a platform where you're now generating business through having created the platform. but you've done those things consistently.
Um,
I've been in business for 19 years, it's taken, I built a platform consistently and will continue to do so, but each time you build your platform, you get more rewards that go with it.
Correct, and I think perhaps part of the issue is people who are impatient. People get used to or keep hearing "get rich quick." That can happen overnight. This sort of stuff. By and large, unless you win the lottery, unless you strike gold and something unbelievable happens, it does not happen like that. Sensible businesses, whether they're online, offline, take years. Okay, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. That sort of period of time to really get going, to really keep the credibility going. And the visibility going, and the consistency of the message. And if you can keep doing that, in time you'll be successful.
Great. So on the one hand, it is the best time in history to start a business, but just because the technology is there doesn't guarantee you're going to create a successful business. Those
Correct.
things that we've talked about are the extra ingredients that are going to go to build you a following and a successful business.
Exactly.
Great. Thank you for that.
Thank
Cheers.
you.